I'm Pej.
And I'm Paul.
Welcome to Techie Dads. So, I heard you got a new PC.
I did. Finally upgraded after several years. Realized I wanted something a little more beefy, a good gaming PC that was also, VR ready. So yeah, I just set it up this week. Windows 10. Looking forward to using it.
What is VR ready? So this is getting ready to buy an Oculus Rift, that sort of thing?
Yeah, so there's Oculus and there's the Vive, although I'm still leaning towards Oculus. Both of those are really hard to come by these days. They're back ordered till midsummer at best.
Right.
I don't care about walking around the room and everything else, but
I'm so waiting for the HoloLens for that. That's what I want. I don't want to be tethered.
Right. For now, I don't mind being tethered. I think being on the PC will give you best access to the software and stuff.
Right, that whole virtual desktop, no need for a monitor, look around and stuff.
As well as gaming. I mean, it tied me over being a good gaming PC, and obviously
because you haven't had one for a while. You've been on the consoles for a bit.
Yeah. Right, I switched back from being old school PC gamer to switched over to consoles, and now I have an option, and I think Microsoft's kind of blurring the line between using your PC or Windows 10 PC and Xbox. The two actually work well together and can stream games and stuff like that, which we'll talk about some other time too. So I think there was enough of a reason there to do it, which I think was kind of a renaissance for me.
Yeah, now, so I built a new PC about 2 years ago. Right. The biggest challenge is always, the price point, right? You got to buy a good enough CPU, and you don't want to kill the budget on the graphics card. Yeah. Now, your key thing was to buy it for, VR or Oculus or whatever you go with, but basically VR ready. What were the specs? What did you go with?
So, I mean, the latest memory, right? So it's up to whatever it is, DDR4, I guess, 16 gigabytes now. So that's a hell of a lot more memory faster memory than I had. Storage space, you got lots of options now. I did the whole SSD and then a lot of hard drives for the hybrid option. Yeah. I did consider doing the hybrid drive for a while, but I was dissuaded away from that. Gives me more flexibility to just have everything boot off with the solid state drive. So then it comes down to CPU. So I did go with the i7 6700.
Current gen, so the current gen.
Yeah. So that's decent, but then it all really comes down to the GPU, and the choice there was doing the recommended specs for VR, which is generally a 970 NVIDIA.
Nice. No, that's a good card.
That's a good card. It's kind of the baseline standard, but it's been out there for a while, and after some discussions and looking on boards and so on, realized bang for buck, I went with the 980 Ti, and there's actually different flavors of that one too, but
2 or 4 gig.
It's 6.
6, nice.
So that's the extra bump. Yeah. Right. Still gets you. It's under $1,000, but by far it's the most expensive component in the whole system.
Yeah. Now remember one time I did a dual card that's a pretty expensive card, so you probably not want to get 2 of them right away. You probably wait until one
definitely future proof for a hell of a long time. And that would exceed even the current VR standards. So, in game specs, it's above most recommended.
So quad, CPU, 6700, 980, 16 gigs of RAM. Board can handle what, 32?
And I think it's 2.8s that are in there now, and obviously new architecture. USB 3.
Asus motherboard.
I think it was a MSI motherboard.
MSI, okay.
Yep, and it was an EVGA video card. There's lots to choose from out there, but they're a pretty good brand.
We'll probably publish the specs, do a little blog post on that, and show the innards. Now, did you get it water cooled?
Yes.
Nice.
Convinced there. Just I didn't want to have any problems. I have it in a kind of an enclosed cabinet. It does have somewhat decent airflow, but I mean, I didn't want to deal with overheating. I've lived that before.
Yeah.
Especially with the components.
It's nice it's nice and quiet at that point too, right?
It's really quiet. Yeah, I love it. Even though it's probably got still 6 fans in it or something, but they're really quiet. They get their old ball bearing stuff all figured out.
Now you got to buy the Oculus Rift.
Yeah, so that's the irony, right? I'm VR ready, but the devices are hard to come by. But I'm going to do my research and get my hands on some demos around town and take a look at these devices and go from there.
What game are you going to play on it first?
There's a lot of things out there. I think the space one, the Eve, sort of a space fighting game looks really cool. And that's kind of the difference, right? It's a sit down controller type experience on the Oculus for now until they come out with the hand controllers, or you go the Vive route and want to walk around your room with tripping over a cord, which I'm not into it for that, right? Yeah, I'm not there to get a workout per se. I think it's really like having a virtual giant screen in front of you. That is the appeal to it.
Very cool.
Yeah. So looking forward to it. And, you know, I'll be doing some gaming in the meantime. So looking forward to it.
See you online.
Yep.
All right, I'm Pej.
I'm Paul.